Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. I hope all of you are having a great day or evening or wherever you hail from. Looks like we had some visitors. Hello, say it out loud, George. Hope you're doing good. I am joined by Silent Joker, and also tonight is we have so much news to cover tonight, and also at towards the end of this broadcast, I will be unveiling two things that you would only see in newspapers, books, and also in museums. You wouldn't be able to see it in person unless if you know somebody. And unlike most collectors, I am willing to share these because I want to share the experience with everybody. But that's for later. The current present right now, we have so much going on in the world of gaming, in the world of anime, in the world of movies. And of course we have some reoccurring themes presented, but we will get to that. We will get to those momentarily. Here we go. Starting with the first bit of the news tonight, we have and sad news, actually, sad news and memorandum. Uh Jerry Conway has passed away at the age of 73. He is known for co-creating The Punisher, Ben Riley, Firestorm, Jason Todd. Oh, Jason Todd, he was behind that one. Oh my lord. He also wrote one of the most iconic cover comic stories in history, The Night Gwen Stacy Died. That is a very popular um it's
It is a
iconic.
very popular run. This is the time that Spider-Man failed to save someone important. But he did it right. Technically speaking, he did, but it's how, because this is with Hobgoblin, right? Not Green
Yeah,
Goblin
this
yet.
is Yeah, this was Hobgoblin at the time. This was Hobgoblin before we got Green Goblin. Green
So at the
Goblin didn't
time,
appear much later.
yeah. So when Hobgoblin kind of took Gwen Stacy hostage, what I can recall just a little bit, he dropped her. So he's panicking like shit. So he does all the webs and everything, mostly just one web to catch her. Yeah, he catches her by the foot, but her neck goes all the way back,
Oh, oh,
which I think is more brutal than the Amazing Spider-Man attempt to adapt this scene with Green Goblin. I like the idea that Mark Webb was going for with the slow motion, with the music by Hans Zimmerman, and Andrew does a good job in the scene when she does die. And I do like the fact it took its time just a little bit for that scene, but I also love how the web became a hand in the movie. One good scene in that movie, and I do like it, but it was rushed. Why? We had time with Gwen here, with Peter. That's why. If you were reading issue to issue with Spider-Man and Gwen thinking, things are going to work out in the end, then this issue comes up and it's shocking. There's no social media, no nothing. You're probably going to the comic shop as a kid saying, Mommy, it's the new issue. And that employee's like, go ahead, go read it. Come back to me tomorrow. And then you read it, and then this happens. Yeah, that's what everybody was like. She's dead. She's dead. It's the lesson he had to learn. Be careful who you mingle with. Keep your secret. And this is the one that pushed them to the limit. So every hero has to fail at some point. Like we said with so many. Batman had to learn with Jason Todd. When Todd died, he felt responsible, guilty even. You do question people like Batman taking in all these orphans or people who are training, like how even Barbara was a lesson when she got shot in the Killing Joke, which is brutal, by the way, and what's implied after. But the fact that he's known for the storyline makes it even sadder to me. but also it's an iconic issue. It's for a reason. But also the fact he's responsible for so many others, co-creating the Punisher, Ben Riley, Firestorm, Jason Todd, so many. Oh, like we said, you gotta give your dues to the people who create these characters. They're iconic for the reason. Without them, we wouldn't have the wonderful character designs they came up with their artists, to the storylines that was passed around to writer after writer, because a lot of these are some iconic characters. And good sir, thank you for creating some of our favorite characters too. The death of Gwen Stacy, and probably more out there. Oof.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very. Oh, it's so heartbreaking when people pass away, and that's in he he created the Punisher. He created Ben Riley, Firestorm, Jason Todd, who is one of the most tragic characters in the Batman universe. And this one was this run, the night Gwen Stacy died. That was a really that pushed the envelope and everything. It's like, whoa, an actual death in the comic, like a legitimate death. Because up until this point, we've had like close calls and everything with the characters up until that point. But
Maybe it's a
here, though,
one-off, might die here and there, but when it's someone that the audience knows for a long time and you're following the story with their development and the characters, it goes, oh, oh no, like she can't come back now. It's sad. And what I also love about it, even after Gwen Stacy, you get time to with the death. What does the death represent and everything? And then later, obviously, Ramirez would introduce us to Mary Jane Watson. But even then, even she wasn't quite accepted for a while. Like, yes, she was accepted, but she felt a little too late with some design wise until Mr. McFarlane came around and be like, all right, redesign. Let's make the characters different and more approachable with the at that
that's
time period.
that's why I like the animated series Mary Jane the best, because she was written really good, had the dynamics if as you watch through. Now, I will say this about the Sam Raimi Mary Jane.
I still
I
like her.
I do, but there are some
Part of that
things
is
it's like
Gunn's attitude towards everything, but it's still a good MJ because they're still pulling like from even like I think Raimi said him and his brother were pulling from the Ultimate canon, so Ultimate Timeline Mary Jane, especially with some stuff a little bit because you do see some stuff from the Ultimate Spider-Man's in there. You do see Spider-Man No More, which was the movie number 2 was adapting from a little bit. But I also felt like they never struck the right chord with MJ. Like she peaked in Spider-Man 2, and then 3 was like, what do we do with this character?
exactly. They just look at it and go, "What do we do with this character?"
But also the fact he created Firestorm, one of my favorite characters, who I thought was just an invention for the animation stuff, because I knew Iceman was an X-Men, but oh boy, I was wrong. Young me was naive. So thank you for creating Firestorm for me. Thank you. But like we said, for those who got to meet him, for those who worked with him, probably a wonderful individual to meet me as well and to work with. Thank you, sir, for all your dedication to the series. But a big one, the creator of the Master of the Universe, Roger Sweet, has sadly
Yes.
passed away. As it says, Roger Sweet was a true pioneer whose imagination helped shape one of the most enduring franchises in pop culture. His work up until defined an era of imaginative storytelling, continued to inspire us as you
Hey,
bring
Kelly.
these iconic properties to the screen, getting the movie later this year. This iconic property to the screen, we extend our heartfelt condolence to his family, friends, and all who were touched by his remarkable legacy.
Oh, I hope he got a special screening of the He-Man movie. I hope he
I
got a
hope he
special.
did.
Because I would love to hear his take on it. I would have been a fly in the room just to hear his take of what he thought about it, what he liked, what he didn't like. Because this is the guy who made He-Man Masters of the Universe. A living legend in his own right and way ahead of his time. Way ahead. He's up there with the likes of Thundercats, G.I. Joe, and Voltron and so many others and
So many
Transformers.
others.
And
It
that's
goes
why
to show you how much of an impact of anime nights going on like this. Now, when originally Netflix did have the OG He-Man series up for a while, and I was watching a couple episodes along with OG She-Ra before they kind of got removed
I'll be
due
right back.
to
Keep going.
licensing issues. But even from when I was watching, I'm like, I can see why this was popular and everything back in the time. If I was born in that time period watching He-Man, I would be buying the toys, and watching the show nonstop. There's a reason why it stayed around for that way. And I think even one like the videos I was watching, I can't remember which panel or convention it was at, but it was at a convention. Oh, see you later, California. Was that I believe one of the people who it was either the actual creator, like Roger, or it was somebody who worked on the animation, said that a boy came up to him and said that, I actually was lost at one point, like going through the woods and whatnot. He couldn't find his parents or other friends around, but he remembered watching an episode from He-Man, and in that one of that episode was, "Don't move from that spot. Just stay right there. Somebody will find you." And lo and behold, he was found very quickly. So had he moved from that spot, he would have been lost. But thanks to He-Man, watching that show, he learned a lesson that don't move. Don't move. And I think that was a really touching story. It shows you how powerful not only the characters can be, but even coming from something that's animation. It doesn't have to be air quote. I always dread that this is said by a certain individual I know that says, but it's with real people. No, even fictional people can inspire you, can even give you a good lesson. And that lesson was learned that day. So I felt like that was wonderful, very wonderful. That kid, like, hey, this is from He-Man. Don't move from the spot.
Mm-hmm. I wholeheartedly agree. And and Joker is right, ladies and gentlemen, because back then the cartoons that him, and so many others grew up with had like lessons weaved into the episodes and everything, and they actually ring true to this day. And you don't get that much, and that's where modern cartoons fail at from time to time because they don't have that message of the right message to reflect on, and that's why He-Man and everything else is so regarded. But Roger is Roger's a very talented man, and I really, really, really hope that he got a special screening before he passed away, and kind of like with what Freddie Mercury did with Wayne's World with Mike Myers, because Freddie got to see a special scene of the movie with
It
Mike
was them
Myers.
doing Bohemian Rhapsody, the Cars, so he kind of
It,
liked it.
yeah, and gave it his seal of approval because that's what he imagined people actually doing when that song comes on. So in this case, I really hope he gave it a seal of approval.
I hope he did
Like, you
see it,
did good,
or
guys.
but now I hope now at the end of the movie they have to put in memory of Roger. Because if you don't do that, I'm gonna be like, son of a guns, you son of a gun. Speaking of which, there is a quick look at the movie, which hopefully I'll find later so I can show you guys. But speaking about movies, I have to say this. Okay, so Jason Statham will star the new David Ayer action movie John Doe, which Oh, look at this plot line. It's repeating again. This follows a man with no memory, no past, and no name who soon discovered he was trained for a mission as being hunted by the people who assigned. Man, where have I heard this plot line before? Jason Bourne films, a little bit of John Wick, Atomic Blonde near the end, because even when she was getting kind of assassinated trying to get assassinated by everybody, there's Beekeeper, Better Man, his Transporter series. I could go on and on and on, and this is what I have to say. I'm telling you, he can't escape from being typed as insular person who has a military or secret background of a highly assassin, etc. First Beekeeper, then Ordinary Man, now this. I get it, totally do. But come on, let someone else shine in this role.
I thought his performance in Homefront was really good.
Oh, I didn't see Homefront yet, so maybe that was a little later. Yeah,
It
Homefront
was
was the.
it was good. I actually enjoyed it. I watched it on Tubi one day because I was relaxing and everything. I'm like, what's a good movie I could throw on? And lo and behold, Homefront was on, and I watched it and enjoyed it. But I do agree. I understand where this is all coming from and everything. Because Jason Statham is one of the action dudes of this era and previous as well.
Still can do it. There's a
He can
reason why
still
he
do
wasn't
it.
in There's a reason why he wasn't in the last Expendable movie. He knew it was crap. It's like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, even he knew when to walk away. He knew when to walk away from a bad script. And
Probably
most
one of the
people don't.
last few true action stars we have left. I think even outside of Guy Ritchie, who still does his nice, very pulp action movies, probably Statham is probably one of the last few people out there. Like Guy Ritchie, like he's got a new movie coming out called. I just saw this when I was seeing the film Normal by that starring Bob from Better Call Saul's actor Bob Odenkirk. Good movie, by the way. Probably one of the few gems we'll get this year that it's small budget, small scale, yet it's confident in what it's doing. Back to this, I do think it's gonna feel like he's playing the same character over and over again. So, but now his movies are gonna blur together because it's like, so it's just like the air verse of action where like the Beekeeper, Ordinary Man, and this guy all appear in one movie together. So I know that sounds a little hard to say, but Air has good talent. Yes, Training Day, Suicide Squad, and what was the one with his World War II film with Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf? That was a good one.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Fury.
was Fury. Yeah, that was a good one actually. I saw.
I like
Oh,
I liked the Meg movie. I liked it, and I thought, okay, something different we can work with.
and a few others, but it does feel like it's getting too blurred. So, I know it's too late now to recast somebody, but man, if only we got like another female action star again. Because Charlize comes to my mind along with a couple of others, but I was, this role in my opinion would have been perfect for Gal Gadot. Like Gail, show your action skills.
Mm-hmm. Or give this role to Ryan Gosling. He was great in as working as a stunt person in that movie. And I'm like, he could
Ryan
actually
Gosling would
pull.
have been cool for this.
He
Henry
could
Cavill would
because
have
he
been a great
could.
choice as well, which he's in the Great for the new Guy Ritchie film that's coming out with Jake Gyllenhaal and a few others. So, and also
Hey,
the
Jorge.
actress from
Um,
Ambulance. So love her. So be on the lookout for that. So, but here's the thing: the positive. I'm still glad they're not afraid to do small budget action films to medium size because that's what we're looking for. Just make it interesting. And like I said, Beekeeper doesn't do a whole lot new, but it's not insultingly bad. It was still a good movie. Like it could be a little better, but I like what they were going for. It's a little different. Try something new. Even a film that's called Volt, that's on, I believe it was on Amazon, the one that I watch. It at least does a few things different. Because one thing, oh no, Jolt. There we go, Jolt. I'm calling it Bolt because this one had Kate Beckinsale in it, and she's basically like this girl who's going through therapy and everything, has a lot of rage issues, so she jolts herself with electric shock therapy to kind of control it. She goes on a date, simple story, but then the date dies later the next day, and what does she do? She investigates to solve the crime, and even the cops ask her this one simple question after she gets caught: "Why are you doing this? You don't even know him." And I love her a lot. She says, I don't know. Thank you for having that. It's something different. Even she doesn't
Yes.
know why she's. Also, there's a cool scene in the movie where it's something different. It's like it takes place in a hospital. I don't want to spoil it. And I was like, no, that's new. Now I can remember this film better for this one other scene. It's funny, it's hilarious, but I think it's better than I would give credit for. But I'm gonna see it. I know my buddies are gonna see this movie, so thank you,
And
Statham, for keeping the action man alive.
yeah, and also, I also think Ryan Gosling can hold his own in an action movie. He proved it with the stunt, and then he proved it here with um with Project Hail Mary. He can do it. He has
Gosling has
range.
been getting better lately. He's getting a lot better.
I could see him. I think I have enough confidence in him to be in an action movie at least. Like, just give it a shot. Ryan, give it a shot and see what happens. We want to see the movie and see how well you do, and we'll give a positive critique about it and explain what we liked, what we didn't like in fashion, in plain, honest fashion. That's it.
Yep.
Let's see what
Speaking
else we
of
got
plain
here.
honest fashion, Kane Parson, the director and like also the creator of the Backrooms, says that they created 30,000 square feet of liminal spaces for the Backrooms movie. Some people would end up getting lost in the sets. Let me repeat that again. 30,000 square feet. They built actual sets like this and this and this. I This is true cinema in the makings. And they also even came out and said in an interview saying that just like the actual like the videos and the games you can play, you're only gonna fall like one person in the back room. So there's not multiple people within the room. It's like one person every time. So thank you for staying true to that. An actual set being built. Hey guys, when the film's done, don't destroy the sets. Keep them up for Halloween and get people
Oh,
to go see these things. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I would pay good money to go to one of these sets. Be like, okay, let me get lost, and people and the crew got lost. Oh man, there are some horror stories for that I'm gonna hear from Mr. Knight. But good filmmaking. Keep practical filmmaking live. See, remember CGI is your friend, but when you do it practical like this, that will get enhanced by CGI later, makes it more amazing. All right,
oh,
time. Here it is. Well, folks, here it is. Sequel after over multiple years of waiting. It's finally here. You know those sounds. You know those buzzes. They're back. Alien Isolation 2. After all this time, thank you. Sadly, that original engine is gone since a lot of the team has left, and when Hyenas was canceled, a lot of members also left. So this game will be built in Unreal Engine 5, so we'll give them some time with that. But we're back, and it looks like we're on an actual space colony this time around instead of the space station. So I expect to see a Xenomorph. I'm expect to see a Xeno Queen, the face huggers. more of those darn androids they have around. So, but the possibilities right now are endless.
Zippity zoopity keepity boppity zoopity zickity zackity boopity boppity ghost van.
I'm excited.
That's my brain right now. I'm like, yes, finally.
It'll still take its time to get here, but finally, give the fans what they wanted after so many years.
This for a teaser, this is perfect. You're showing us where it's at, and then the subtle save point.
Oh yeah, because in the original game, this is what I love about it, why it was so hard. There was no autosave feature. You had to manually save the game every
and that's what
time.
makes it so. And that's what makes it so great.
So
Like,
you could be losing progress of hours or minutes at time, and you never knew before the alien showed up. This is what I also love about Isolation. They hold on to the alien just for a little while. Because once you think, oh, I got used to controls, nope, boom, oh, there it is. And it's only
that
one
reveal
alien throughout the entire game until you get to the facehugger section. Woo, so I'm excited for this.
I'm hoping we get like I hope they do some improvements of the alien, because I loved it, but there are some things that kind of were like, that could have been a bit, just a tad more tweaking, would have been perfect, but everything else was fine. And also the face huggers, I wish there were more of them. I wish, but
I'm glad it was only one section at that time, but the more times you did die to it, the more it got a little more easier because they always spawn back in the same place. So it's like good.
Also, if you listen close, the alien queen was confirmed to be in there.
She was around. It was a nest. It was a hive.
But you only heard the roar, and it's like,
I love that little detail.
I'm like, great. Now,
Alien Isolation is canon to the overall timeline, so it's canon.
That final scene where before she pulls the little latch, there's like 3 Xenos right in front of her. That was
so good.
That was a $1 million shot right there. That is perfect. I hope they build up. I hope they build up of that.
I want to see a Neomorph so bad. I want to see a Neomorph.
Also, real quick, to those who made the teaser, we have 3.
Good job.
Great job. Now for the actual trailer, keep it limited.
Vague. Keep it limited. You guys show, don't tell.
Do what you did,
but don't fully show it.
Do what you did here.
Although I do want to see a Neomorph in the actual game, I want to see an engineer somewhere, even though Ridley Scott accidentally axed him off. Why, Ridley? Why? And thirdly, if he's not going to make his next Alien Covenant movie, give me a storyline that wraps it all up.
Yes.
In a future sequel. Or DLC, please. Because I need to know, did he make it to the colony? This could be it, actually. You never know.
Oh, I'm ready. We will put this as a must watch, must look out for. We will update you guys when we get more info.
Speaking about more information, one last time with the dudes. But decades of slapstick, comedy, humor. The Jackass series is coming to a close in 2 months from now. The best and the last. I love Jackass forever. I never did watch the show, but I've been rewatching the movies. They're hilarious. I'm John Knox, and welcome to Jackass. So I actually remember watching Forever in the movie theater because this was after the lockdowns were slowly being lifted, and it's like, okay, we can go back to movie theaters. But I think this is the first one that I experienced that my movie theater stopped doing the okay, sit like a few different rows from each other with two seats apart from each other. We went back to the aisles. So I'm like, good. And I can't remember what skit or bit it was, but it was one that after we stopped laughing, okay, I need to take a drink of soda right now. I'm like dying of laughter over here. And when they did the skit, I almost did a spit take. So this lady in front of me almost got a spit take of Mountain Dew if I didn't take the drink at the moment I did. But had I done it during the skit, I think I. That's how funny these movies are, people. If you almost do a spit take, you know it's good. So, but
I'm
Mike,
very.
oh, go ahead,
Oh,
finish.
oh no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
There's only one concern I have for this movie. It says the best and last. So are we gonna kind of get a, semi a little bit like of the best of the best? Because in one of them you do see, if we go, where is it? It's all the way back over here. Because I remember this being in Jackass 3D, because that's what they showed on the promotion, where they redo this. So I'm like, okay, so we're redoing this again. Because that was like for Jackass 3D. I'm like, okay, so we're kind of doing that again. Forever also did the fart in the bathtub, which I'm finally glad they did, but they did it better this time around. Because he's like, I've been trying to do this ever since Jackass 2. I'm like, here it is, decades later, you finally did it. So, like, that is my concern about it, just a little bit, but I am still hoping for some, again, some nice, painful stuff, and some nut crushers again, or do see the bull again. So this will depend on what they do. And when you've gone for so long as these guys have been doing, you do say, all right, one last one, then it's over.
Yep. I do agree with your assessment, Joker, but it looks like they were like splitting the clips from all the different movies into one thing. I think that's what they're trying to go for, and I I honestly agree with it because at least it's like, here's our best one, here's the funniest one, here's this one, and everything in between. So yes, while it may seem like a repeat, but it's also harking back to that one, from what I could gather.
But we shall see. It comes out in like a month and a half from now, so I'm excited to see it. So we'll go from there. So, so I'm pretty sure you all heard some rumors going around, some statement. The first statement came from Miles Morales' actor saying that the Venom game got canceled due to Tori Todd's passing. Everyone goes, well, that does make sense. You can't do Venom without Todd. But then a developer came out and said, well, no, it's not canceled, not that we know of, since GDC of this year. So it's like, so it's not canceled. So then it's like, okay, but if they kind of don't want to do it without Tony Todd, that's one thing. Or was there enough, as we like to say, lines recorded by Todd, and then someone else comes in to kind of finish the role for him, or did they not quite start production, or have not started recording? But then Jason Schreier, again, love or hate the guy, said the Insomniac Venom game is not canceled. Jason said, press that word. This isn't true. So it's not dead yet. So it's still alive. What are your feelings so far? So it's not dead yet, but it's still being made.
Personally, I'm hoping this is what they were good. This is what they were doing with when Kevin Conroy passed away. I'm wondering this is what they're trying to do. Like, look, Tony passed away. Let's get this game out there as a send off to the man who voiced Venom. I'm hoping this is the case because I feel like this is if the lines were already recorded and everything, like you said, just get somebody in there to finish out the whole thing, the last bits they couldn't get to, with him, and just have him finish out those last bits right there. Then you're fine. But we will have to see now. This isn't brand new update, so because we mentioned it last week.
Last week, kind of last year, because Venom is meant to be the bridge game between, kind of like 1, 2, and then like 1 and 2 miles. So it's like so, but then again, it's Venom. But then how did he get attached to, or how did Norman Osborn even find him? So is it gonna be Eddie Brock Venom? Because the whole thing promotion for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 was they were asked the question, so who's Venom? And they said, well, it's not Eddie Brock's Venom. And everybody went, oh. But then again, if you did the first Spider-Man game, you do know that, oh, it's Harry Osborn. So they kind of gave it away right away, but it's like, okay. And then I could go on more, but it does feel a little bit conflicting towards me a little bit. Because on one hand, I get to hear Tony Todd for probably the final time ever again. Outside, which we will get to just in a little bit, of his Netflix show that he does have. That's still in the works right now. But then the other thing comes down to me saying that, okay, Insomniac, you got to redeem yourself. Because whoever you have writing for these Spider-Man games, you just need to let them go and fire some directors. Because how Spider-Man 2 was handled, there's just way too many things happening. It's not quite Spider-Man meets Agent Venom. It's not the Black Suit arc. It's not the whole discount Webs of Shadow. It's way too many things at once. No breathing room outside of a few things I will give credit to that they did handle it well, but not well enough. And when you get to the finale, you just feel that's the game. That's it. And I kept saying, this is the best game since Arkham's. No. We're comparing two separate universes here. Apples to oranges. This is not the best comic book game since Arkham City. Oh,
no.
We're talking. Arkham City is just on a whole new level. When I hear that comparison, I'm like, do you even know what made Arkham City great in the first place? Did you go replay it like I do from time to time?
Did you catch Anime Night's stream about it? He was streaming the game. Even I knew.
You go to YouTube right now and go to Batman Arkham City, the ending that shocked the world. 9 million views last time I checked. But that's the ending. Like everybody go like, no way, they finally did it. I'm just saying, folks, just saying. But at the positive side, I can still say that, hey, the Venom portion of that game was, I kept saying, the best part for me. And if you can expand upon that section, make it a proper M-rated game, not teen-rated. I want the Lethal Protector or just the rip his head off, like I said. When you get destroyed by the PS2 Ultimate Spider-Man game where it kill people, you know you've done something wrong. But at least I can still say it's not
Carnage.
dead, so.
If Carnage is going to be in this, give us the M-rated Carnage we were robbed of from the movie.
Because that side mission pissed me off. I'm like,
give
so
us
it's Cassie. And how does Osborn have 2 symbiotes? How is that possible? Where is this game? Oh, it's in the Venom game. And how did Cletus know that? And the fact they're hinting at him in Spider-Man 3 as a villain without Venom, you might as well get Iron Patriot at this point.
Yeah, get. Oh God, Iron Patriot. Oh my God, I still can't sit with that name. I still can't sit with it. I like War Machine.
Okay, fine. Iron Sentry. Call him Iron Sentry.
War Machine.
You might as well get the Sentry here to help him out, because. Also, can you just get Miles into his head? Or are they going to walk this back now because they got backlash because they said, Miles is going to be the Spider-Man going forward, and they got a lot of backlash after that.
Oh, much deserved backlash.
Because, folks, you only really had 2 games with their version of Peter Parker. But you're okay with, like, Arkham Knight may have been iffy here and there in some of the story departments, but when it nailed a lot of good moments, it nailed it. But they also nailed the ending if you did all the side missions getting 100%, and the ending felt actually pretty decent, like if not better than the sum of its parts. So, but we shall see. Well, we shall cross that bridge once we get there. And speaking about, so this is a little odd for me. Sad news. Release That Witch anime reported ended early at episode 8 due to funding issues. Heartbroken. Originally planned for a longer run of 12 episodes with season 2 also under construction. The project couldn't continue as expected. Another anime with strong potential cut too short. Now, this is the first time I actually hear about the anime. But when you hear this, funding cut short. Originally planned as 12 episodes, with season 2 also under consideration, the project couldn't continue as expected. It's kind of not that unheard of, really. Some things do happen, other things don't happen. It just depends on, like, who was fun. Oh, fans started signing petition for season 2, so there's a petition if you guys want to sign it. I'm not saying petitions work, but it's a little crazy. If California was here, he could probably explain a little bit more what, yes, it looked like to be like an original idea. So there's risk factor. Go right ahead. But kind of like we did talk about, like, Studio Map situation, or why Yuri on Ice never continued, why it never got like that prequel movie that was supposed to star Victor. Could that situation kind of apply to this as well? Probably a little bit. Like I said, it's a new anime. You probably are getting some decent views, maybe a decent timeline, or if it's on Crunchyroll or Hive Dive and a few others, you might get some good views there, here and there, depending on who's watching it. Just speculation as well. I want to say they keep going forward like speculation, but this is also due to funding issues. So it's like, you got to make the money work. But if it was pulled, that's kind of scummy. If it wasn't pulled and they just ran out of time and funding, then it's like, that's another thing. So who knows? This is a who knows situation right here for me, because it feels odd I'm hearing about this anime now, but now that I do know about it, it's supposed to be 12 episodes long, I kind of want to check it out just a little bit to be like, all right, how good are these 8 episodes? Because that can happen. There are some shows I'm watching that I feel like, this is great. This is amazing. Why aren't there more? Cut off either due to actors leaving, other commitments, they couldn't get back the cast and crew for whatever reason. And there's that. On stuff that we do know over here on this side, we all know why Firefly failed. Fox took it out of order. They were also going up against the NFL at the time. So good luck getting views right after or during the NFL seasons. And when they put the episodes in order on DVD, it's far too late. People kind of dropped the show despite it being really good. That's why Josh Whedon and others couldn't continue it until now, like years later, where with that cult status, is like, okay, we can kind of get everybody together outside of a couple passings and be like, we can continue this way in animation format instead of spending X amount of money in live action. Oh, go ahead, Emily.
It just goes to show that it goes to show that how funding can be given and taken away with like very vague for very vague reasons and very unfair reasons. This is one of them, because it's like we already have we already renewed the season for 12 episodes. You have to follow through with that. You have to. And apparently they're going like, oh, well, we're going to renege on that. We're just going to give you enough funding for 8 episodes. Yeah, it was supposed to be 8, not 12. Fuck you guys. Because when you go through with it, it's like, because we, the audience, are told, hey, we have a new show coming up, a new season. It's going to feature 12 episodes. Fantastic. I would love to see this. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be 8 episodes because funding ran out. What do you mean funding ran out? You just made the announcement. See, it's shit like this that really irks me so badly. And this looks like a really cool anime I would actually sit down and watch. But here's the thing, though. With season 2 under consideration, the funding issues just diminished all that talk, so there was no point in mentioning season 2 at all with this whole thing. But I digress.
So it is one of those things where you say that, man, who knows who's responsible, who's not responsible. So at the same time, it kind of goes like we said, anything really could have happened, really. But that kind of goes back to, like we keep saying, that making something original is a risk taker. But it's something you got to live with. You try it out, get out the door. If it's not there, it's not there. If it's there with an audience, great. But it's the higher ups who have the power to say yes and no. But let's talk a little more positive. It's still fan night for Universal Studios, and one of the nights they did One Piece, converting one of the old sets into the One Piece set. So,
ooh.
So you do have Nami, Sanji, yes, Usopp and Zoro. Yes, Zoro is holding. I kid you not. He's holding a plushie of Chopper. And this is all in the time skip.
Oh, that's funny.
So they're all in the time skip outfits. I love it. It's adorable. There's Luffy in time skip. There's Sanji picking him up.
Oh, I love how that boat looks. That is so cool.
And it's also, I believe it's the old Waterworld set. Yeah, I think it's the old Waterworld set. So that they're using. So, and you do see villains too. There's pics of Crocodile, Buffy the Clown, and the Marine. So I love the fact they did this. It's like, this is how you get people on. I wish I was in California. I wish I was there for FanFest night, because one of my buddies on Instagram messaged me all this. I'm like, I'm seeing it. I'm jealous of people, because I would have dressed up for One Piece, and that's not the only person making her debut on April 20, a few days, 5 nights ago. Sailor Moon made her debut at Universal Studios Hollywood for FanFest night. Holy crap! Look at this!
Wow!
Look at this! Look at this employee pulling off the Sailor Moon look.
This is how you do. This is how you do it, people. This is how you do it. Look,
if Netflix could do this with One Piece, if Japan can do this with their live action stuff, I expect a theme park company to get this right in America. This is how you do it. It is not that hard to do it.
Because
look, and everything.
Yeah, because look, this is not difficult. This is not difficult to do. But in One Piece's case, here's the thing. In the case of One Piece, I understand why it was a daunting task. I understand. That is completely fine and everything between. But this is Sailor Moon we're talking about. a semi-simple anime with
The
I
outfit is simple.
believe-
It's just a sailor outfit, but this is
it's
solid.
just a stare. You just get the shoes and the gloves and then the different outfits. Hello, I dressed up as Tuxedo Mask at
Yeah,
one
it's literally
point.
just a tuxedo. I mean, literally, hold on a second. I got it. Wait.
And I got to meet Linda Valentine.
I mean, literally, all of Chainsaw Man is just this with the nice black pants.
That's it.
Reservoir Dogs, and look at that. I have Puchita. I can either be Denji or just, well, mostly Aki because I have long black hair. So I'm like literally Aki holding Puchita in my hand. So that's all it is, folks. That's all it is. Grab
And-
this
and
for the
Cyber-
guys. Get a nice set of black pants. Bam. You're someone from Chainsaw Man already. You want the actual tuxedo? Then again, you're doing the Pulp Fiction reference right there because not Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, because the because that whole company they work with is inspired by Reservoir Dogs. The outfits are at least so.
Yeah,
that's how
and
simple
also
it is.
And also, these are the cosplays I did in person from Riddler all the way to Trunks. It is not that difficult. If I could pull this off at my height and in the current way I am, what is the excuse? None. This right here
It's
is how you
simple.
do
It's
it.
a very simple cosplay to do, and yet look at her. Look at that energy.
She's having fun.
She's got the pose. She's got the wig, the gloves, the boots, the skirt, the uniform. Like, look at that. She's doing it.
If I was directing a Sailor Moon live action, this is an automatic cast, right?
There is a live action
Automatic.
Sailor Moon from years ago,
No.
so you can watch it.
Good.
Both English and Japanese.
But this right
No.
here, I would definitely. This is a solid cast. Right
There
here.
is also Tuxedo Mask there, so Tuxedo Mask did show up with Usagi. So yay! I did see somebody with Mini Moon, so I'm like, or should I say Black Lady? Because someone dressed up as Black Lady.
Nice.
Now we need the rest of the girls: Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Mini Chibi Mill. We need everybody. Pluto. I forgot about Pluto. Say the Venus.
I made a very interesting case with
Mercury. Almost forgot the girl Mercury.
I made a case like, okay, if people aren't recognizing Pluto as a planet, then are we not recognizing Sailor Pluto as a Sailor Guardian?
So we need the rest of the scouts. I need the rest of them. I need my girls Mars next year. Dude, God, there's so many things I want to do. I still need to attend Anime Milwaukee in my state. I want to do this.
Luckily,
but I think Milwaukee's earlier, so that's a bonus. But then I need to save up more. So, but then again, I might not have enough to go to my cruise next year, depending. I may not do a cruise next year, but we'll see. But Universal, this is why you're kicking Disney's butt right now with these wonderful nights like this. We're seeing the characters we want to see, so yay, keep it going. No, maybe Raquel's right. Maybe we do need to get like a little mini anime attraction, but I'll take this 9 times out of 10. Because this is just perfect. This is perfect. Please, one of the years, get Digimon. Do it. Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! What else can I think about? Yu-Gi-Oh! Hakusho. Oh, next year they have to do. Hold on. The big 3. Dragon Ball.
yes.
I need someone to do Kamehameha. You got Usagi, one of the mascots. You got to do out of respect for Akira Toriyama. Do it. Do it, please. So, for those who are still enjoying Universal Night, it's still going on right now. Please enjoy it. Take lots of pictures. Stay safe out there, and please continue to post these videos because I'm just jealous of people. Like, hello, this is so cool. Like, This is what we geeked out about, what we got bullied for years ago for liking. But anyway, this is yes, the world's worst kept secret out there. Assassin's Creed 4 Resync. This is still a whip, still work in progress. Releasing in the year, releasing July 9th on the brand new Anvil Anvil engine. I know they keep changing the damn name of that game engine, but brand new, built from the ground up, fully realized now. So I am very much excited for this. Big Assassin's Creed fan over here. I played all the games except for Shadows because I'm like, I don't feel like playing Shadows at all whatsoever. But I am very much excited for
Look
this.
at that.
Yeah.
This is give me pirates. This is how you do it. Oh, that's even better. I want the explosions. I want the cannon fire. I want to see the smoke. Look at that. That is how.
That's how the battles were. So that's how they were. So let's break it down for you. Yes, break it down. You'll be shamed if I didn't break it down for you. Black Flag Resynced will include new.
Break it down for you? Yes, break it down. It would be criminal if you didn't.
Continue.
It shall be written by legendary writer Darby McDeeve. 6 hours of new main story content. Rifts take you throughout alternate stories where Edward made different decisions, such as becoming a Templar. New main story arcs include Blackbeard and Steed Bonnet. Very great characters, by the way. I love Blackbeard's line in the original. In a world without gold, we could have been heroes. Steed Bonnet was actually a good antagonist. Kind of wish they did one with him. You will have 3 new officers for the Jackdaw, actually. Each have new quest lines to recruit them. All new cutscenes bring back original actors, including Matt Ryan as Edward, and they all been mocap. Good. This is what like Assassin's Creed good. Not the animation stuff is fine, but you do miss it when they had actual motion capture scenes with their cast. Because when you get to Shadows, it's just like stiff, barely moving. Yes, there's CGI cutscenes. Yes, there's still cutscenes in there with the mocap, but you can really tell they were getting too laid back, and I don't know what it was, rushed production or just not wanting to do it. When you like even in Brotherhood, which I think needs the better remake, more than 2, more than 3, along with 1, probably 1 needs a good remake or a proper remaster port, in my opinion. Is that even Caesar's actor, when he finds out that from his sister that, oh yeah, Dad took the apple, he poisoned you, when he like goes, like if I can't do the full speech, but he's enraged, furious of his father, Rodrigo Borgia, the Pope, and then he goes like, if I want to live, I live. If I want you to die, you die. Like just the way he does it. It's like he's making lines work. He's like, that's what made Cesare scary, because he just kills the Pope right in front of his sister. He just suffocates him to death with that poison apple.
Also, rifts seem to involve modern day elements and are optional.
So good. So technically speaking, yes, they didn't quite get rid of the full modern day storyline. I think it would still be intact. So one way or another. So, and people do wonder, like, okay, wait, who are these new companions? You do get 3 like new companions. So let me find that really quick like over here. Also, by the way, they got it's not an RPG. They're going back to action.
Yes.
So no more RPG elements. Thank God. We're going back to action oriented. Yes, the animation has been reworked. You do see some new stuff here and there. So you can disable. You can still do the parry, but they'll tone it down a little bit in the settings. So someone even broke this down over here. So the UI has been done completely. So this is what it looks like now. So it looks way better than the original. So it looks more cleaner, looks more detailed. You can turn off stuff if you want to, go right ahead. But the big thing that you guys are going to like is that tailing missions have been reworked. So if you screw up a tailing mission, you're going to have, Edward would tell you that, okay, I need to do something else now. So yes, a game that half the missions are tailing missions, guess what? You can just go up and kill the guy if you want to. And so at least you'll get an item and be like, okay, I need to go to the manor now. So no more if you want to be like, I don't want to do a tailing mission, don't want to do it. So go ahead if you're that type of individual. Okay. Because I know it was here earlier, because you get like new crew.
Oh,
I know we can find it here somewhere. Aha, here they are. So you'll have 3 new crew members right over here. You have Lucy Baldwin, the Pride, and Deadsmith. Each officer has a unique quest plan that reveals their backstory. Gain their trust, recruit them to your crew, and benefit from their special gameplay's abilities.
Oh,
so that's here because we're gonna hear it right now. Pause that. And I like this.
Oh, the movements are cleaner. See, that's what mocap does. The movements are cleaner. Oh, that looks so cool. I am ready. I am ready to unleash hell in the sea. I
do like this. I like the fact
wait, you can customize the boat?
Yep. You can always customize the ship, but I think now the ship will be fully customizable. Now I'm already gonna hear right now, but we do have Captain James Kidd. But the thing I like about Lucy, she's not afraid of hiding that she is a woman. But at the same time, since you're probably with Edward, she feels more safer around you. That's the big takeaway. That who cares? We've always had female assassins. Well, at least starting from like Brotherhood with recruitment system onwards. But we've always had female characters in some shape or form. Hell, did people forget about Assassin's Creed 2, where 2 of the mentors? One of them is the brothel. The other one is Sister Teodulta, but she's also was a courtesan. Did you guys forget about that?
Right.
Like, hell, even Ezio, being the ladies' man he was, he's like, oh, I require much more than that, sister. And he's like, and she's like, okay, girls. He wanted the sister. But even the mission before that, when you're kind of like going to Carnival in Venice, she's like, you have something on your mind, my son. He's like, well, it's just that you're a nun, you're religious. And she goes, yes, I am a nun, I am religious, but it's how you understand that. Meaning that, yes, she's a woman of faith, but she can dive into a little bit of that sin, or at least the side job she has. So that is completely fine. Hey, wait, DBZ, wait, is that you? Hey, DBZ King, what's up?
Hey, DBZ, hey, Jasmine.
Hello, how you doing? Long time no see. So I think people do forget about that. Yeah, in Brotherhood, Claudia was supposed to be an assassin, but that kind of got axed probably in the cutting room floor a little bit. But we've always had like people that were, again, in that sense of way, they're part of the story. They feel the world more natural, but they're also more organic back in the day. Like even like I still don't like the Fry twins a whole lot, but at least Vivi felt more natural, neutral, like she was following the rules, the codes, the guidelines of the Brotherhood. where Jacob was more the renegade, trying to do things his way. And I like the fact that she was kind of cleaning up his act the way after you kill the assassination targets with Jacob, that she was always cleaning up, as in the Fallout, but kind of always wish they did more with her. Thankfully, I got that with, the Jack the Ripper DLC with the both of them. And don't forget, we also have Cassandra as the kind of like the first true lead assassin. There was also Bayek with his wife. She was supposed to be the original plan with her. She was always supposed to take over because the original plan was Bayek was supposed to die halfway through the game. Then you played his wife for the rest of it. I wouldn't mind that, but I kind of like the fact they kept them both alive. Help kind of heal them in a way in the end. But I think she'll be fine. If her story is good enough, I'll be fine with it. That's the thing we should worry about at the end of the day. Do you have a good story? Yes or no? Because let's find better arguments. I want good, strong, better arguments. If she has a good story, is a good crewmate, then she's justified for being here. If not, get out of here. The same thing with the other two gentlemen. But I do like their character design. They look really good, actually. They look really good. Like her, I don't care if she's full-blown, I'm a female. Because don't forget, even Elizabeth Swann did that in Pirates 2 and 3. She did disguise herself as a boy in the second one, just to sneak on the ship. But then in third, she's just full-blown, singing their song and everything in Singapore. And that guy who stops her is like, dangerous song to be singing, particularly for a woman. I always love that scene, but the reason why she wasn't afraid was because Barbossa was falling right behind her. That's how confident she was. I always love that scene. Oh, and let's not forget, now Sao Fang, we know honor, disrespect. Love it. But I'm excited. Hopefully things will get better, look good and everything. I mean, come on. This is Assassin's Creed. This is the best game in the series. The one that even Phoenix got to play, so thank you, Phoenix. Please play the rest, brother. Your thoughts, because I love this game.
Now would be a great time, Jasmine. Now would be a great time. I'm genuinely excited for Black Flag because it deserves its flowers. And you are right. I'm hoping for a good story with the side characters and everything. Like, give us something worthwhile, worth investing in. It's like, hey, we have 3 new characters. Oh, these look amazing. What's their story about? I want to hear each one. She does this, he does this, and he does that. I'm like, no, you gotta be more elaborate than that. Way more elaborate. How does it tie to the story? But I love how everything looks. I'm glad we're going back to the action that made Assassin's Creed amazing rather than the RPG elements that we've been dealt with and everything. We're going back to mocap, which is good because there's a difference. You see it right away too. Like you notice it's like with mocap, it's more fluid and everything. That's why the Call of Duty Black Ops, the early ones were way more like they aged really well because
It
of
aged
that.
pretty well, actually.
Whereas
things like it'll still be like hand done if they have to go and do it. It looks like a really good.
Whereas
by the time you get to like 7 World at War, or even like, well, no, I'll contrast this like 2 World War II by Infinity War. I think they still had that good tech with the facial stuff, getting those nice realistic details. But further from that, you get stuff like Vanguard and Black Ops 7, Modern Warfare 3. It looks too different for my taste. It's still motion capture. Yes, even for Vanguard, they're like, again, they have the money to hire A-list stars from Hollywood or even B-list to be part of their cast, or somehow hire Hoyte van Hoytema for a cinematographer or being part of that team over there. I'm like, a great choice, but kind of wasting their talents.
I agree, but I'm excited for Black Flag. This looks really promising.
Hopefully things still get better. But
I'm
I wouldn't be
glad.
saying but if there wasn't an issue that I keep seeing rise up. So we're going to talk about this. I wish Phoenix was here so bad, or Vaughn, somebody. Individual like to keep saying that gamers need to stop. First off, you failed in the first sentence. Let me break it. Shall we break it down again? Break it down.
Must I break it down for you? Yes, break it down. It would be criminal if you didn't.
Good sir, you failed with the first sentence because you lost your argument. Knowing him, he played more consoles than I have. I was on the PS2, I had the 360, PS4, and I got a good PC right now. I will upgrade it later. But you can't keep saying that technical limitations of identity, art, style, and intent. Well, and look at this. Most games on PS1, PS3 were they were aiming for it, but there were still limitations. You had a choice. Do you want more better graphics or some more high fidelity stuff, especially on the PS2? But here's at the end of the day what he's trying to say, that I will agree 100% that most games but no. The problem is what you're seeing here is that Tomb Raider was never stylized. Well, the later games were, and neither was Resident Evil had style and substance. And then he's trying to be like, here's the thing. The right is still brand new. It's still coming out. Like, yeah, it can still look better, but the left is from PS3, 360. Still looks great. Still looks awesome. The remake does look better with better graphics, lighting, engines, and all that stuff. Wizardry, fine, but you're kind of missing this with this. Look at the difference. Spyglass, it is a spyglass, but I see the actual glass. The glass is here, but look at the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, the T-Rex scene looks better now than it was on PS1, but this is what we imagine the T-Rex scene looks like. This is what we imagine it looks like.
And that's what Atlantis.
Awesome.
And here's the thing. Tomb Raider Atlantis got this right. They took what made the PS1 game great and gave us what it would really look like modern day. The right image is correct, and the left image is iconic for a reason.
But it also allows your mind to imagine more, if not even better.
Exactly, because like with Siphon Filter, I would love to see a modern day Siphon Filter game with the modern graphics and everything, the modern sound effects, but still keep the story.
But here's my argument: which Silent Hill looks better, left or right?
The left one.
The right one still looks good, but you're missing. This is what we say about limitations. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. There was an art style, direction. Look at the more fog. Look at the more enemies. The placement of the card itself, and the way you're coming in with Silent Hill 2. This is more iconic. What you remember. This is still Silent Hill, but where's the fog, man? Where's the enemies? The card's still there. He's still here, but I feel more afraid in this one than this one. Because of that limitations, because of the style and direction. Remember how we say, everybody who's in art will always say this. What is the intent? What are you going for?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a cinematographer talking to your director, the question, the damn camera. Remember how Anime Night we were talking about the whole Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World?
Yeah.
And how the T-Rex scene was, the reintroduction to Rex scene. They're on that big watchtower. Oh yeah, no, this is completely different from.
And it's like,
How far was that camp again? Like, just him getting that PTSD from the T-Rex, where it's like, it's coming. We don't need to see the T-Rex. He's like,
You don't even
how
need
far is the camp?
it. You don't even need the visual T-Rex. You just need the sound and then go to his
It's
face.
just how they all look. It's like, this thing's here. How far was that camp? And notice how he turns off the lights right away. Important, because that's what got the Rex's attention in the first place. And then when we get
that's
back to that scene
continuity.
later, we're in a rising shot. We're high up at the tower, and what do we hear or see? The thundering footsteps. Boom, boom, boom. The trees move with the T-Rex. It's going, maneuvering. We see the birds fly. It's continuity. Like, when the birds leave, you know, danger's here. Uh-oh, here it comes. But you never see it. It just moves and moves and moves. Also, the rain and thunderstorm is there for atmosphere. Now this is getting more intense. And that's all without showing the T-Rex. And like I said, modern day stuff with like, oh, just show the T-Rex. It's more scary that way. No, because you.
No. That's like showing Jaws at the beginning of the movie.
Jaws. The reason why the Jaws works so well is how very little you see the shark. You know something's pulling her, but when you don't see it and she's panicking, it's like, oh shit.
And that's why Jaws still holds up to this day because of it's a
The
slow
limitations.
burn.
Yes, they built the actual thing, but it was getting destroyed completely.
And,
so that's why they made the hard decision. Be like, all right, let's shoot around the shark. Don't see it too often. Scary, an iconic monster.
And Jasmine is right. It's the anticipation. Less is more.
Less is
right.
more.
That's why RE2 remake did so well. They got that right. Less was more.
I still like this from RE2, but just because you say the new is better with with better technology and everything, here's what you also missed the point. Doesn't matter. Yes, people will still play games in tank controls. They want that feeling, that experience. But let's take a look at the difference. Look how different the atmosphere looks. Just a little bit. Yeah, this one looks better than this one, but kind of like this one a little bit more. It has that more grunge, grimy, rundown feel. This still has that same feeling, but I kind of miss this a little bit more better. Just a little bit. Just because something is shining and brand new doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best thing possible. Look what happened to Cyberpunk. That was supposed to be brand new and shiny.
Yeah, and then they were reminded of what happens. They were overconfident, and look what happened.
Then they also got the game out too early. But then again, you go back like to some of the older titles. Some games may not be as great, but there might be a few things here and there they do better with, say, limitations and whatnot. Being limited by something doesn't mean that, oh, I have to figure out a way to do this or whatnot, or I wish I had this. There were wizards back in the day creating better art than we have nowadays. Go back to the original Xbox for Halo Combat Evolved, and you see the full ring detailed. The actual Halo detail on the original Xbox hardware. How do they do that? I still don't know. I'm like, dude, that's insane.
I could
like,
imagine.
That was insane.
I can't. They really pushed the limitations. They really pushed it to really bring.
Or yeah, go back to PS2, and we had a couple games that were kind of in that HD quality. Look at Final Fantasy X. When you go past the waterfall in that one section, you go like, dude, how was that even possible? Or how like the Gran Turismo games, some like how detailed the cars look from PS1 to PS2, completely night and day difference between that hardware. I mean, we've seen the leaps, but we never got that cool leap from PS1 to PS2, or like 360 to PS4. That's why I keep saying we hit a limit, and instead of going for this realistic crap, let's go back to artistry again.
The funny thing is, I did the Midnight Club, the Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition for the PS2, That one was a lot of fun, and to this day, it's still held up, Joker. It's still held up because the
Let's
cars
take
still look nice and mechanics were still there, and it was realistic. And it was realistic enough as is.
I'm trying to get my hands on Need for Speed 2005 Most Wanted because I like the newer version really well, but I'm like, I want to know what that original experience. And that's what people will tend to say. What about that experience? Because some experience sticks with you completely, even on old hardware. Because I hate the fact that people keep saying that, oh, RE4 remake is great. Like, well, yes, but there was also a lot of stuff they cut out from it. Gone with some of the tensions and scares, replaced with more with quips and dialogues. That's one thing, but going back like to artistry again, I get what this person is trying to say, but here's what I have to say. Yes, the new stuff can look good, even great. Yet there's a sense of charm, atmosphere, style, artistic choice that was made that makes many of the games that we played have soul, identity, and intent. That is what's missing these days. A lot of it is missing because yes, all the new ultra realistic game looks great, but imagine if someone got their hands on a Sly Cooper game instead of making it realistic, they continued that animation art style and everything. So hell, why do I keep saying that Gravity Rush 2 looks so amazing? They kept this beautiful art style, French comic book, all this stuff. It's amazing. Oh, that's cool, no Cliff. But we got to move on because as much as we could hear debate about it, we got to move on. And hopefully we'll see stuff soon. All right, so there's a little bit of a Smiling Friends update. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot, so don't try to get your hopes up that like it's going to fully come back. The creator is a little... They're trying to say at the very least. Zach Hadel says that they are open to doing more Smiling Friends episode in the future if the story's right. You remain fully open to return to do more episodes or stuff like specials in the future if the conditions are right. I think that is a safe way to approach it because they did say that we're going to do 2 more episodes. That's it. I fully understand how these two gentlemen feel. We're getting burned out. We're running out of creative ideas to do. Let's end it here peacefully. Go down on our note. But that's not to say that, hey, if we get something going up in here, the brain again, we'll do like an episode or maybe a special. Not a bad idea. At least they met in the middle.
It is a solid approach. This is what most people should be doing because you could tell they were burnt out and they're like, look, we would gladly do more episodes if the timing and everything is correct. Specials are completely fine. We're open to do specials, and it should be that because specials are something that you can do. It just depends on what you're going for, what the intent is, and everything. In this case, I would love to see more of Smiling Friends, but I understand the creators want to still enjoy that time away and let the brain settle down and everything. Gwimbly gun, that's actually funny.
So that's kind of good. So hopefully we'll see things more in the future for them. If not, that's fine. True. But speaking about something of that, calm down, folks.
Uh-oh. We lost Joker. Oh, no. I wonder what that was he was about to reveal. Oh, my lord. Oh, my goodness. Anything can happen on Nightcast. We're still alive, Joker. Don't worry. We're still alive. It's okay. No, we're fine, we're fine. It's just he accidentally hit the button. He accidentally hit the button that accidentally kicked him out of the stream, out of the StreamYard. But it's okay though. He has the link still. He still has it, and he's coming right on back. Everything's fine. We're still here. We're still good. We're still good. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. We're good. We are still good. But yeah, he is right. He is also right though, because the intent is, look, we're able to do more episodes. We're willing to do more episodes when the timing is good, the money. Well, of course, money is always going to be last, but what is the special? What do you want the special to be about? What do you want the episodes to be about? That's the thing, because we love these shows so much. We want to see a proper end, and also that's just how it is. Welcome back, Joker. You're good.
I just realized I just acted myself out for the room. I was like, I was about to show you guys what I've been.
Oh no.
Okay. So as I was trying to say, how about a first proper look, some better first looks of the film in the Elden Ring movie, which has just started. So we have Dung
Ooh.
Eater and Queen America. So this is Dung Eater right here. Now
Oh,
you do
he
see
looks
in the intro of these beautiful painted stills that explains what's going on in the world of Lingrave and the story what's going on. And here's Queen America. Now, America's a doozy. One, I can totally see her as Queen America for Emily. Two, she's kind of the one that kind of starts off everything, but in the lore, she's kind of like a two-sided character, like Two-Face, really. Because you don't know a whole lot about her. Well, you do if you do some NPC quest lines, you listen to some people who talk about Queen America, look at item descriptions, that whole shebang that Elden Ring and from what First Office is known for. But Dung Eater looks correct, so this looks like they are executing Dung Eater back in the day. But he's also one of those NPCs that after a while, a room in the Golden Circle area opens up. You can talk to him. He's like, "Oh, just leave me alone." But if you make it to the castle and everything, he goes like, hey, yeah, if you do this for me, I'm gonna help you out." But he also gets you access to one of the more evil endings out there, actually. So he's one to not be to be trusted. But it's up to you for Elden Ring who do you want to go with. But the fact that he's accurate, she's accurate to the costumes, actually, what you do see right here. Yeah, she doesn't need the shoes on, but that's completely fine because America is feetless. Just saying. So this is shaping up to be good and awesome. So completely fine. How they look so far. There's another one showing up America with more people within the background, in the foreground. So great. Also, don't forget that this is Elden Ring, where you can play as a samurai class or a nomad and a few others. So, people, get over it. This is a nothing burger. They're just getting it right. So, I'm still nervous completely because what in the world are they going to tell? But here's the thing. Because America is still here in normal human form before she's elsewhere in the game that I don't want to spoil for people, and we do see Dung Eater being executed. So it could be a prequel, actually, taking place just before the games. That's with a lot of the lore that's available right now to the public. So that's not a bad move, actually. That's a good move. Be a prequel that takes place before the games. So good. But we'll have to wait and see until we get a trailer. Go ahead, Anime.
This is shaping up to be really good. I'm impressed with the level of detail and the effort going into this, and into the whiners just shut the fuck up because they're going about it the right way. They want to make it look authentic. They want to stick
For
to what
now.
for now speaking, but they want to make
This could still screw up either way. I know the fact that Alexander said I have played the game multiple times. He's beat Melania more than me. She's a hard boss to defeat, so darn you, Alexander. I'm just nervous for the story that he is going to tell. And if that is Miyazaki and his team are on this. But the costumes are right. I need to see like a castle, a dragon, a little bit more before I'm approved. Because if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I am going to say go play the game. It's probably one of the easiest Souls games to beat. It's pretty easy, actually, for the most part. But then it does ramp up in difficulty later. You can either play the game solo, completely solo by yourself, or hop into co-op online multiplayer and play the game fully in co-op, actually. Because normally you couldn't do it in fully co-op. But now you can, actually. So, yay! Anything else before we move on? Because I forgot one more Black Flag secret.
we can move on. I gave my piece.
Okay, so here it is. Woodkid, legendary composer of Death Stranding 2, and iconic songs like Iron, Run Boy Run, and also Golden Age is Over, is composing the new music for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Resynced. And for guys you don't know, here's a little history for Woodkid. Woodkid did not gain the massive popularity he is now if it wasn't for a little game called Assassin's Creed Revelations for that CGI trailer, because that's the first time Iron was used for a video game. So he was an artist that was known elsewhere, but here in the mainstream, we didn't know who he was. So if you go to Assassin's Creed Revelations reveal trailer, Iron that is used for that trailer, actually. And then we kind of get to Unity, Ubisoft also used another song, which is Golden Age. So I believe that's what the song was. Yeah, the Golden Age was used for Assassin's Creed Unity Syndicate trailer. This is the one where Arnold kind of had the pocket watch, kind of closed down, gets that, he's running through the crowd, saving the girl who would turn out to be a Templar. So two of his songs were used for the Assassin's Creed franchise. In fact, when Unity was out in public, people were asking him that, hey, are you going to buy the game? And he said, I'm going to buy the game. It's thanks to a little bit to Ubisoft, and of course, you can also say other companies too, getting his music out there into the world now, thanks to that big boost. But it kind of was like Ubisoft, what I can recall a little bit, that for Revelations, you just using the song Iron got him massive exposure to the gaming audience and being like, this guy's a really good singer. What else he's got? And the fact they used another one of his songs for another one of their games is just awesome. And yes, the fact that Hideo Kojima picked him for for Death Stranding 2, that's kind of badass. So it's kind of like full circle right here. So props to you, good sir. And hey, maybe do another full game for Assassin's Creed. That'll be awesome. That's cool. That's kind of badass, actually. All right, another sad news. Developer Spider, known for Greedfall, Steelrising, and a few others, they are shutting down, sadly.
Oh my goodness. It continues,
It is not a good year. This is mostly in France, so I gotta really go up over here to kind of find it. Okay, so apparently it goes down to the publisher. Nacon couldn't find like a publisher or find a buyer, so. But there is a little bit more to that story. Oh, come on. I really wish the article wasn't in France, but here we go. Hello, everyone. First off, we apologize for the silence over the past month. It's been a while. We got straight to the chase, so you're not left wondering. After a long period without clear answers, we have received confirmation that Spiders is being liquidated. What does it mean? This means the company as a whole no longer exists. It will cease functions immediately. The planned DLC will release via Nacon, and then, well, that's it. We're sorry that it's come down to this, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your support over the years. So, sad to see them go. Now, there are other behind-the-scene issues that Spiders did have, but with that article kind of being in French, and we're kind of just running a little bit short on time over here, so it is sad to see them go. And also, some people also said that it was a mistake that Greedfall 2 was also a prequel, but they also changed the combat system, and it was also released in early access on Steam. So, some people also said that kind of bite them does. But they were a small AA studio. They had some jank games, but they were also trying to get back to their RPG roots. I think Greedfall was their best project they ever did. I used to play the game for a little while, and I would like to say that, yeah, they had a good thing with Greedfall. Sadly, they kind of stuff happens, but darn it.
Mm-hmm. It's just it's the trend that keeps on trending, Joker. This is a
Oh, yes.
continuation. It's a continuation of video game bust. And we predicted this last year as a continuing trend for 2026. And regardless, and just a quick reminder, guys, we're not trend chasers here. We know what's going on, what it means, what's happening, and where this is going. We're seeing a continual theme going on. We reported this back in early 2023. Now here we are. Oh, sorry, 2024, my bad. Now we're in 2026. And look what happened. This is it's sad to see all these studios who just want to make games for us and have fun and be like, hey, we have a cool product. Oh, what's that? Oh, Sony says that you're not making enough money and this game will never turn a profit and your gaming sucks. Well, guess what? You are shut down. That's the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Even if you do make enough, it's still not enough at the end of the day.
Nope, it's not.
Well, that's how it goes, folks. So, anyway, you can take this one right here because I got a better update.
Yes, I have been waiting for years for this one. I finished the anime. I finished the anime and everything. I'm caught up. GANGSTA, the manga by Kosake officially returns from hiatus this July. To all our readers, thank you for your continued support of the series. We are pleased to announce that GANGSTA will resume serialization and Comic Bunch Kai starting July 3rd, 2026. This series was on hiatus while Kosuke Sensei was undergoing treatment for his systemic lupus and related complications. Ooh, that's not good. Ugh. Well, I'm glad he's getting better. As the author continues treatment while working on the series, updates will be released irregularly. That's okay. I'm okay with it being irregular. I'm okay with that. At least we're getting something, so I can live with this. We will share further announcements as they become available. We kindly ask for your continued support and understanding for Kosuke Sensei and GANGSTA. Comic Bunch Kai.
No, I had to do work out to the opening song to this, actually. So it's a really good song, by the way. And the one I listened to, it has like all the characters design. I'm like, I gotta watch this shit eventually, just for the song alone. Because I'm like, hey, if I'm listening to your song for the anime opening, you've done something good at least. So that's kind of badass that Gangsters is kind of coming back, because because also in that video they also show some clips, so I'm like, ooh, I like the fights a little bit, so I'm like, I'm excited. But hey, a happy ending in the end, so woohoo! So that's great. It's wonderful. Another good news: the John Wick spin-off film Kane has begun filming, directed by Donnie Yen. So Donnie Yen is a good act. He's a great action star. He's a good choreographer. Go watch his movies, especially his police one, where it's like a POV shot with a riot shield and shooting. Like, oh god, it's so sick. Just by watching that. So that's like a sequence of the movie, which is kind of badass. So a spin-off film Kane, go ahead, do it. I'm gonna see it regardless. But that's not the only thing we got. We don't need a John Wick 5, please. It ended the way it did. But I will take a John Wick prequel movie any day. So an anime John Wick prequel is also in the works. So do you know how much they could do with this?
Oh, they can go way further than in live action. They can go way
Do
further.
whatever you can with it. Make the action more bloody,
Go kill Bill Volume.
crazy with it.
Because remember, Kill Bill had that really cool the cool anime segments with Oren. Make it like that. Make it that gritty. Bring that back. Because that was good.
You can also do some great shortcuts with the animation. Make the inserts snap a little bit better. Make the impacts feel harder. But it's not just that. The world can look more beautiful, vibrant, like how they see it for the assassin's eyes, and kind of changing how John sees it. So visual storytelling could be even being better.
I would love to see the meetup between John and oh crap,
The guy from 2, and how they did the blood oath.
Well, that, but also the one, the actor before he passed away. Before he passed away, I would love.
Oh, his boss.
Yes, I would love to see that interaction. That would be really cool. I'm happy we got to see him one final time in live action, but it would be really cool to see him in animated too. That would be a nice little homage right there. But I digress though. I'm all
do it animated. If it's gonna be like, again, the task that he does, you gotta, for me at least, you gotta make it, what is this impossible task? Because it can't just be that, and then John shoots all the bad guys.
No,
this
John.
Impossible task better be something that so dangerous nobody could even do. But John's like, fuck it, I'll do it.
There is a secret hidden room on the top of Mount Everest.
What is this? You just can't be like, oh, he just killed somebody. Like, no. This has got to be the impossible task that gets that organization to the top, as they said. Because even that gentleman said that the bodies that pile up on that day made us who we are. Because you got that, but then he also had Halle Berry's help. He also went to that guy who made the blood oath with him. He's like, okay, I'll fund you, I'll get you what you need, but you come back, we're calling it in. So it needs to be something special, in my opinion. Because my friend, when I took him to John Wick 3, and I'm trying to explain this impossible task, he's like, what did he do? Kill a baby? I'm like, baby? No. They just don't tell me.
No. John Wick, no, that doesn't work.
No, I said no, but I'm kind of glad they don't tell you what this impossible task is, because it builds you that myth, the legend who John is. And that's why everyone's like,
I can't see John I can't see John as a baby killer. I can't see that.
No, I can't. He's got to. He's
no,
either
that
killed somebody, or, in my opinion, this would have to be on a left field. The impossible task is getting the VIP out.
Ooh, now that's a good one.
I think that would be more dangerous because
the VIP is the president's daughter.
See, the president's daughter, and
that can work. But guess what? It's not the United States president; it's the Chinese president's daughter.
Chinese, Russian, could be anybody. Really.
But you can work.
We're just throwing shit out there. We're just throwing shit out there because you gotta make the film special for me in animation.
And we're not asking keys for the kingdom here. We're not asking that. Just give us something worth talking about, reacting to, watching, and everything. That's it. Just those quick points.
All right, so the only reason why I'm even going to bring this up is because...
Oh my god, it looks even worse.
Taika Waititi, Kit Connor. Waititi is a good director. But then you hear the premise. Willy Wonka returned to his factory after years behind bars for the crime of turning a child to a blueberry. Determined to add a little sweetness to a bitter world, only one thing stands in his way. A teenager, Charlie Paley, and a new generation of rotting kids. But apparently this user's kind of said this way. This only exists because no one is allowed to adapt the actual Chocolate Factory sequel novel, by the way. I hate this premise.
I hate
Wonka
this.
was fine.
Wonka is Wonka. It worked because you had the right. Because Timothy
Clement channeled his inner Gene Wilder.
You could tell he watched the movie. You could tell he watched the movie.
Directed by the Paddington director. So I'm like, I knew Paul King was like the right choice for this, and it came out at the right time it needed to be. It was a holiday movie. It was a Christmas movie. And I felt like, you know what? This is what the world needed. To remember to hold on to your dreams. Show a little kindness to people. And not to mention, even the end of the movie, you got to remember that despite him making all these crazy ideas with chocolate, he at least remember that first lesson he got a little bit from the three big dudes in that chocolate district, at least a little bit, for shopping. He said that, well, this is great, but it's a little weird. A chocolate should be simple. And what does he do at the end of the movie? It's a chocolate fountain with some flakes in it. Simple. What does he do at the end of the movie? Take out the chocolate bar that his mom made, looks up, there's Sally Field going to the... And he shares the chocolate that his mother has made. A simple chocolate, that's a chocolate that's simple. How sweet is that ending right there?
Mm-hmm.
Because you just remember that right. I like that. And Paul was a good choice for director because I didn't think I would have had anybody else direct that movie. I'm like,
I love the idea of the chocolate cartel. I love that idea. It worked. It worked because you think when you watch the trailer, it sounds goofy and everything and stupid, but
the movie makes it work.
It somehow it made it work, and I'm like, this is good. Why are we not doing more of that?
Why are we doing more of this kid stuff like chocolate cartel? What is there is there a trading card cartel? Oh wait, there is. They're called scalpers.
but it was, and the funny thing is, it's an original idea, and
it still fits like this narrative. How he
and surprisingly, it worked in Willy Wonka. I did not expect that because in the world of Wonka, it worked. I'm like, why are we not exploring this?
It still fits without insulting the audience right there. Also, I love Noodle's actress. She was good.
She was sweet. Although my sister did have one criticism of the movie.
Oh, what's that?
when they finally show the factory, like the inside of the
Oh,
factory.
it's too small.
No,
something
it's
that-
not that. It's when it's like generated and everything. She looked at me. She's like, "Why couldn't they do what they did with the store and apply it to here? It would have looked way cooler." But she loved everything else, though. She loved everything else. That was just her one gripe, but it didn't diminish the ending, though. Because if you think about
I
it,
did
kind
like
of.
the I did like the Oompa Loompa flashback.
Oh my
It's
god,
like,
he
hold on, let me
was
tell
so.
you. Like,
I
no,
got cracked
once we
up.
start, we can't stop.
Yeah,
So the only
but
reason
I
why all
like
his
the.
profits are being stolen is because he took the
But again, it works still. It still works. As crazy as this is, it's world building done even more because we
and they
knew
still play the
the
world
Oompa Loompa.
imagination at the end. Because I was waiting, because they gotta play this somewhere in the movie, and like that's the right spot.
I was
Also, who
happy
knew the Drug Cartel could sing? Those guys could sing. I'm like,
they could sing, and I'm just like,
sweet.
oh god.
I had it when I was a boy. Also, the joke that the chocolates keep getting bigger and bigger.
That's funny.
Someone watched Scream 3, by the way. So I'm not gonna watch this. Unnecessary, not needed. So
No, I'm
go away.
I'm happy with Wonka. Let this be a horrific fanfic. Just let this be a horrific fanfic.
I mean, they are making. They're still. Are they? I don't know, but are they still making that stupid Willy Wonka horror movie based on what happened?
Oh no. Now that I would
I
believe.
told you, it's a cheap gag now. So no, we're not gonna watch. We're not gonna watch it. But
If it's done right, written right, maybe. But
no, that's not. So from an actual game character designer, this has been making the rounds yet again. It looks like Nagashi's studio has deleted their YouTube account. So it is what we fear the most, folks. Looks like there's no funding. Couldn't find a sponsor. All that time and money spent developing the game,
oh,
showing at the Game Awards. In 2 days, we'll know for sure. Because it looks like we're not going to get Gang of Dragon. I'm so disappointed.
yeah, this is so disappointing.
Like, unless somebody like Sony, Nintendo, or Xbox, or some other studios come out there and save them last minute, great. But it's like NetEase. You have the time, you have the money, fund it, please. But looks like they're still committed, saying nope, we're not going to fund this anymore. For those who don't know, it would have cost an additional $44 million to complete the game, but apparently for NetEase, that's not enough. There might be more to that story, saying that they're missing deadlines or whatnot, but for right now, we don't know. For now, the confirmation is they need additional $44 million to complete the game. So that's, to me, that's a bummer. I was excited, but it goes to show you that this industry needs a reset completely.
It does. It does need a reset.
And it's NetEase, so it was always the risk with them. Yeah, some games of theirs are still great, and they've also been kind of shitty for a few developers, if not more. But so, what could have been, man? What could have been? All right, and for our last news, so here's.
Uh-oh.
Nope, still good. I didn't exit out this time, so here we go. So I found this news to be interesting. Take it away.
Let's see. Japanese manga artist Shiten Akiyama tried to do something unusual. He translated his old manga Horizon into English and updated it online for free so fans outside Japan could finally read it. But the move backfired. His publisher stepped in and forced him to take everything down since they controlled the rights and weren't okay with him releasing it internationally on his own. The sad part, he wasn't doing it for profit. He was trying to reach a global audience and keep his series alive. Recently, he opened up on Twitter saying his work isn't selling well and that he could barely afford cheap coffee, asking fans for help. Maybe this is a reminder that international fans aren't as bad as some people make them out to be. And then the internet stepped in. Fans from all over the world flooded his Kofi with donations, pushing him close to his goal in just a few hours. This is a great community. This is how you do it.
Don't worry, bro. We got you. Can't afford cheap coffee. Don't worry, bro. We got you. I when there are good stories like this, I think we need to praise it. Oh, take care, Jasmine, because
Take care, Jasmine.
I never even heard about the series before, Horizon, and the fact he did it on his own. Let me translate this on my own. Like I don't. It could have just been not trusting the publisher or the translator. So good on him. So it worked. Did it for free. No profit, no anything. I just want my work to get out there, man. Publisher, you can't do this. Is against code. Take it down. My work is barely selling. And I'm glad he's like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not selling well. I can barely afford the cheap coffee in Japan. But I am so glad his fans came in support saying, we got you. That's all we ask for. Do a good deed. Bring back some humanity in this world and show the author that, hey, we support you, brother. So wonderful. Good job. Good job to his fans out there. Nationally, international. Home territory, international. Thank you.
And this gives me hope. Look, the West is not evil. There are some assholes who misrepresent
There are some
us.
assholes who take advantage, call everything feminist, sexist, all this bullcrap. I hate to hear say that. We were always here. Really,
But
you were always here. I was here for a while, left because they stopped showing Cartoon Network with Toonami, so I missed out on a lot of shit. And then when I got back into the shit, I was like, oh, holy crap, what did I miss out on? Apparently a lot from the series I was watching and rediscovering everything else and being up to date with so many wonderful shows and collecting stuff again. Like I was a kid all over again, just in a new hobby, a new format. Hell yeah. This is a cool thing to get into. It's just that the assholes who come in here and be like, no, I want to change everything. No. This man probably saw it. Got his work out. Probably found a new audience. And that new audience, when they heard that story, like, we'll help you out. Wonderful, thank you. A little kindness goes a long way. Why can't everybody be like this, man? Why can't everybody be like this? It just puts a smile on your face that there's some good people out there. And you know what? To you, good sir, I might pick it up now. I might pick it up. Be like, what's this manga all about?
right. Uh, it's so amazing when a community comes together, and this is what we should be doing more of. And I agree with Joker on this. This is more news we should be covering. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a review of our own, especially on my end. I recently came across two one-of-a-kind artifacts that most collectors would never share and are too gatekept to even pull their head out of their ass. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have teased this for about a week now. I teased it at Knightcast last week. I teased it on Nights the Anime Table and last night on the stream, wondering what the hell am I referencing with Cashmere and Lunar? As of right now, I have the NWA 5000, a piece of the lunar meteorite that fell in Morocco in 2007 from the Houpe collection, signed, authentic, by the man himself. And with me is the actual piece. That is the actual piece right there. That is literally a piece of the moon from from the highlands. You know how you see like photos of the moon, right? You've seen like the photos of the surface and everything. You know those little hills you see, the little hills that you see and everything.
Yes.
That's where it came from. That's where that meteorite came from, and
Oh.
it was discovered in 2007 in Morocco by the Houpe brothers. That's where this came from. And so that whole area is now gone. That area is now gone. There's no more pieces left of like to go get from there, and it's spread all over. Museums have the huger slices, collectors like me and a few others have the smaller slices, and now I am one of the few who has the piece right here, and
Thanks.
it's authentic too, because also if you look, the ICMA member, it has the number and the reference too.
Okay.
You're good?
Yep.
And also, on top of that, which is why this Friday I did a further deep dive into this, I have a Kashmir Trapinchi sapphire from Kashmir, Pakistan. From Kashmir, Pakistan. It is from
Whoa.
it's from the Zanskar region and the Paradou region where the old mine and the new mine were discovered in the late 1800s, but are closed. They are no longer you can no longer find them there. And on top of that, this is one of the few. This is what it looks like before you see the full diamond and everything. But also, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to show off a reveal unlike no other.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. That's a surprise right there. Hold on. Right there. Perfect. Right there.
Oh, shit. Let me pull it up a little bit closer.
There you go. Right.
Oh,
Whoa.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just
That's
amazed by that. Right there. Keep it right there.
that's what it looks like underneath UV. That is the corundum singing. This one
That's
was
why it's safety first.
Yeah, I learned you will see in the video that I did. If you want a further breakdown of the Kashmir Trapinchi Sapphire, I have a video coming out this Friday that fully breaks down the history of it, the lore and how it's formed and everything. And also my dumbass forgot to put on the safety glasses, but luckily though, I went to bed after uploading the video and everything. It's not live right now. It'll be live this Friday. So for those who have missed this premiere and everything, this reveal, you have an opportunity to see the stone again in that video and later on. But this right here, though, I have to say this is well worth it. It's an authentic meteorite mineral from the lunar highlands. I weighed it myself and measured it myself. And to further back everything up, if I could find it.
All right, California. Never mind.
I even wrote an entire notebook page dedicated to this stuff, to this meteorite.
Wow. Impressive.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the reveal I've been teasing. I hope all of you enjoyed this once in a lifetime experience. I have a lot more coming, but I've really been because this was so hard not to reveal early on stream and the other streams. It was so difficult because I want this moment to be here where everybody is present. But ladies and gentlemen, we had so much fun tonight. We honored legends. We got to get more exciting news going, see a community come together. and a collection that most people would never share, because that's how gatekeeped the community is in the world of gems, and in the world of astronomy and geology. Not many collectors would do this. They are that tight about it. But me, I want to provide the experience of a lifetime. Now everybody has bragging rights because they now have a guy who has this. So, and in turn of that. But I digress. Oh, also, guys, sorry for the UV flare. I am so sorry about that. Again, I apologize. But luckily, we got to see the stone light up underneath UV. That's one of the few stones that can show on UV aside from fluorite. It's one of the few. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, big thank you to everybody. We are going to get out of here. Take care. Also, share the stream. I will see you all later. I'm Anime Night. This is Joker. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, are we good for tomorrow for the watch party?
Yep, should be good. Shouldn't be too bad. Counts low enough.
Alrighty, guys. We are going to get on out of here. Take care.
Raquel, you're always welcome to join. Take your time.
Exactly. But take care, everybody. We will see you soon.